Here we have CB number 21-147 for second reading. CB number 21-147, it's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-89 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-94, 19-127, 19-151, 19-159, 20-06, 20-32, 20-136, and 21-13 by amending Section 5 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs in the state of Chuuk and for other purposes.
Short recess up to the call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that the bill be deferred to tomorrow's calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that CP number 21-147 be deferred to tomorrow's session. Those in favor say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. The bill 21-147 is deferred to tomorrow's session. Next bill deferred.
Mr. Speaker, we have CP number 21-131 CD1 for second reading. CP number 21-131 CD1. It's a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-53 as amended by Public Laws numbers 20-57, 20-61, and 20-69 by amending Section 4 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other projects and programs in the state of Chuuk and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
So it's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-131. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Coolen.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to offer a floor amendment to CP number 21-131 CT1. It's been read and distributed to all the members. So move, Mr. Speaker.
It's been moved and seconded that the offer for amendment to CP 21-131 CD1 offered by Chairman Coolen be adopted. Because of its length, we will dispense with its reading, and the relevant rules are still suspended to this point. So discussion on the offered amendments.
Speaker,
Yes, Auditor Harbert.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. On line 8, item U, after the word Chuuk State, I simply want to put in hospital to clarify the recipient of that fund. It would be Chuuk State Hospital.
Short recess.
Short recess, Speaker.
Congress is back in session. We're still discussing the offered four amendments. Are you satisfied now, Floor Leader Harper? Okay, so any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed on that offered amendment. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offered four amendments to CP 21-131 CD1 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered amendments are adopted. We now have CD2. Any further discussion on CD2?
Question.
None. There's an objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Speaker. State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Kushai, Chairman Wali. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the four states voted in favor.
CP number 21-131 CD2 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
Speaker.
Chairman Wali, you have the
Thank you,
floor.
Mr. Speaker. I move to withdraw and place CP number 21-149 on today's bill calendar for action.
Short recess to go off the chair. There's a 149.
Willie,
Oh, okay.
no more money in this bill.
Wali. So those in favor of the motion to withdraw from committee and place on the bill calendar CP number 21-149 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP number 21-149 is withdrawn from committee and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Okay. Chairman Fikir.
So move.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-149. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, if there's no objection, discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, first reading.
Senator Aritos. Senator Christian. Senator Figuer. Senator Coland. Floor Leader Harper. Senator Conman. Vice Speaker Moses. Senator Nath. Senator Pollack. Senator Perman. Senator Romulo. Senator Ursmal. Senator Wali. Speaker Semina?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 13 members voted for.
CP number 21-149 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill, Senator Christian, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I ask the members' consent that I make the following motion to reconsider Congress's action on Bill 21-137.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress reconsider its action on 21-137, that action being this vote on second and final reading. That motion is not debatable, so let's vote in the same manner. Okay, same number of votes required. That's at least 3 out of 4 states. Call the roll.
For reconsideration, Mr. Speaker, 21-137, State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, 4 states voted for reconsideration.
The motion for reconsideration is passed by Congress. We now have CP 21-137 back on the second reading calendar. Chairman Fakir. Motion for passage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress passes Congress Bill 21-137 on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-137. Discussion. Senator Christian.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to offer the following oral amendment. Page 1, line 18, delete solar lights, LED lights, and insert Tausocolep channels clearing.
Short recess to call the chair. Congress is back in session. There you have it. The offered oral amendments by Senator Christian. Discussion. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. Any discussion on the offered oral amendments? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Senator Christian to CP 21-137 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1? If none, there's no objection. Debate is closed, so let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos. State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman. State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. State of Yap, Chairman Ursmal. Mr. Speaker, all the 4 states voted in favor.
CP number 21-137 CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill. Floor Leader, would you like to offer 138? Short recess.
Sorry.
Congress is back in session. We're still on the bill calendar for Leader Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I presume relevant rules are suspended at this time. I would like to make a motion that Bill number 21-138 be withdrawn and placed on bill calendar for today for action.
It's been moved and seconded that CP number 21-138 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP number 21-138 is withdrawn from committee and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Chief Clerk, read the title.
Senator Abritos? Senator Christian?
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Back in session, Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for passage of said bill on first reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-138. Chief Clerk, read the title.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. CB number 21-138. It's a bill for an act to further amend Title 22 of the Code of the Federal States of Micronesia as annotated and as amended by reinserting Section 416 thereof to correct technical errors in the 2014 FSM Code as annotated and for other purposes.
Okay, there you have a discussion. If none, if there's no objection, discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of members. First reading.
Senator Aritos? Senator Christian? Senator Figuer? Senator Coland? Floor Leader Harper? Senator Coleman? Vice Speaker Moses? Senator Ned? Senator Palik? Senator Perman? Senator Romulo? Senator Usmal? Senator Wally? Speaker Semina?
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 13 members, 4 to 4.
CP number 21-138 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Floor leader, you have the floor. We're still on the bill calendar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If there may be no objection, I move to place on bill calendar for today, bill number 21-86 for action.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that CP number 21-86 be placed on the bill calendar for record correction and for action. Okay, those in favor of the motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP number 21-86 is placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Chief Clerk, read the title.
Mr. Speaker, CB number 21-86 is a bill for an act to amend Section 3 of Public Law number 21-19 as amended by Public Law number 21-39 to authorize for the purposes of voting on the constitutional amendments, special polling places in Saipan, Hilo, Portland, Seattle, one city in Southern California, one city in Utah, Kansas City, one city in Texas, and one city in Arizona, to add that proposed amendments shall be first in the order of the ballots, therefore the ballots of the candidates, or before the ballots of the candidates for office and for other purposes.
Short recess.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. We're still on CB 21-86.
Speaker,
Yes,
if I may not be
Floor.
out of order, Speaker, I move for passage of Bill 21-86 on first reading.
short recess. Congress is back in session. There's a motion for passage of CP 21-86 on first reading. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker,
Speaker,
Chairman Ursumal first.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I just wish to request that some of you Democrats would vote with few of us Republicans. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker,
We don't have Republicans or Democrats in here. We have Micronesians. Okay,
Mr. Speaker,
Senator Christian.
how much is this gonna cost us? We just came away from arguing about a few dollars here and there. How much is this going to cost us?
It will cost us some, but to me and to others, it's probably a worthwhile exercise, given this is a vote on the fundamental law of this nation, if there's going to be any amendments. So I think it's a one-time deal in 10 or more years. I think we spend more on public projects every year.
So, Mr. Speaker, how much?
$500,000.
Short recess.
Short recess. The call of the chair. Okay, let's come back and I'll recognize Vice Speaker. Congress is back in session. We're still on Bill 21-86. Vice Speaker Moses, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I understand that this bill was reintroduced today or was moved for its adoption on first reading due to it was missing a while. You mentioned earlier that we passed a 4.2, which left us with a very, very slim buffer for our budget. So I'm thinking that there's no way we can act on this during this session. So I move that we defer to the next regular session of Congress.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that said Bill 21-86 be deferred to the next regular session of Congress. That's in May of this year. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CP number 21-86 is deferred to the next regular session of Congress in May. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Is back in session. We're still in the bill calendar. Chief Clerk.
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, if there's no objection, we now go down to item
Speaker.
19, resolution calendar.
I yield the floor to Chairman Golden.
Chairman Cullen.
Are we on resolution calendar, Mr. Speaker?
Yes, we're now on
Mr.
resolution
Speaker.
calendar.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I move to withdraw and place CR number 21-107. So move.
It's moved and seconded that resolution number 21-107 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Recess back in session. Chief Clerk, read the title of that resolution.
Mr. Speaker, functional resolution number 21-107 is a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $5 million from the Asian Development Bank, or ADB, under an ADB project readiness financing to finance preparatory activities for the prospective projects or PRF activities, which will be implemented by Chuk Public Utilities Corporation, or CPUC.
Okay, those in favor of the motion to withdraw and place, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CR number 21-107 is now placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay, Chairman Cullen.
Mr. Speaker, he's not paying attention.
Okay,
I'd like
now
to-
you have the floor, Senator Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So there is benefit to not paying attention too, so. I'd like also to follow suit by moving that Congress resolution, what was the number again? 95, be withdrawn from the resolution, be withdrawn and be placed on the calendar for action.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 21-95 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Chief Clerk, read the title.
Mr. Speaker, functional resolution number 21-95 is a resolution to make available $10 million from China grant funding that is currently available to the Federated States of Micronesia to fund road improvements in Pohnpei State.
Those in favor of the motion to withdraw and place, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CR number 21-95 is withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Okay,
So recess,
first
Mr. Speaker.
resolution.
So recess.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Still on the resolution calendar, Chairman Net.
Thank you, Speaker. I move that we withdraw and place on the resolution calendar CR number 21-118.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 21-118 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CR number 21-118 is withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Now, first resolution, Chief Burke.
Mr. Speaker, the first one is functional resolution number 21-113 for adoption. CR number 21-113. This is a resolution expressing sincere condolences and sadness of the 21st Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to the family of late former Governor of Kushai State, Robert James Wolbagger, and to the government and the people of the state of Kushai on his passing on January 26, 2020.
Okay. Floor Leader Harbor.
Move for adoption of said resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-113. Discussion. Any
Mr.
discussion?
Speaker,
Senator Balik.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I have floor amendment to the SAIT bill. I believe the proposed amendment has been distributed, and these are mostly technical changes. I move for the adoption of those amendments.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered amendments by Senator Balik be adopted. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Session, we're still, there is a proposed floor amendment to CR number 21-113 offered by Senator Balik. Discussion on it? Any discussion? If none, there's no objection.
Sorry, says Mr. Speaker.
Short recess to call of the chair.
We've already adopted.
So let's vote. Those in favor of the offer for adoption of the offer for amendment to CR 21-113 offered by Senator Balik say yes. Opposed no. Motion carried. The offer for amendments are adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's
Mr.
vote
Speaker.
by
Mr. Speaker?
short recess subject to call of the chair.
Please.
Congress is back in session. We're still discussing CD1. Let it be restated on the record, legal staff and staff make sure that all the technical corrections are made to the resolution. Some have been suggested during recess, okay? Okay, so if there is no further discussion on CD1, let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 21-113, CD1, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CD1 is adopted by Congress. That's 21-113, CD1. Okay, next resolution. Chief Clerk.
Speaker,
Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have CR or Constitutional Resolution number 21-107 for adoption. CR number 21-107. It's a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $5 million from the Asian Development Bank or ADB under an ADB project readiness financing to finance preparatory activities for the prospective projects or PRF activities which will be implemented by Chuk Public Utilities Corporation or CPUC.
Okay, Chairman Colon.
move for adoption of said resolution 21-107.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-107. Discussion. Any discussion? If not, Senator Christian?
How much of this 5 million will go back to consultants from World Bank? And how much would actually be spent on whatever preparatory work they'll be doing? Do we know?
Relevant, valid question. Chairman Cullen, you have the answers?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We were called for the oversight on this one. My mechanic was supposed to attach the attachment to the resolution. So you may, we already know.
So there are certain breakdowns somewhere. I just have to make sure we find them. Okay? Any further discussion? If questions been called for, if there's no objection, debate is closed, so let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 21-107, say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-107 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution.
Mr. Speaker, we have functional resolution number 21-95 for adoption. CR number 21-95 is a resolution to make available $10 million from China grant funding that is currently available to the Federated States of Micronesia to fund road improvements in Pohnpei State.
Chairman Fakir?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-95.
Mr. Speaker?
Discussion.
I
Yes,
move to defer said resolution to tomorrow's calendar.
it's been moved and seconded that CR number 21-95 be deferred to tomorrow's session. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. CR number 21-95 is deferred to tomorrow's calendar. Next resolution.
Mr. Speaker, we have functional resolution number 21-118 for adoption. CR number 21-118 is a resolution approving and accepting grants in the total amount of European dollars 14,200,000 from the European Commission under the Economic Development Fund 11 or EDF 11 to fund the sustainable energy and accompanying measures in the FSM, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Okay, Chairman Ned?
Thank you, Speaker. I so move for the adoption of
Second.
the resolution.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 21-118 be adopted by Congress. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker,
Yes, Chairman Cullen.
thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. With respect to my good chairman on R&D, I just wanted to understand the usage of these 14 millions.
It's for FSM.
Yes, but the allocations of FSM, we have 4 states in the FSM.
Well, Chairman Ned, care to
Thank you, Speaker.
enlighten our colleague?
What I gather from the person in charge of this in the department, most of it is going to state of Chuk. What I have in front of me is a breakdown by the usage of the funds, like indirect management, 1 million.
Consultant. That's simply consultants.
Yeah. In another full backup option, which is indirect management with GIZ Pacific or other, 11,625,000. So the breakdown is here, but how much of this 11 million for Chuk, for Pompey, I don't know. But most of it, I understand, is going to Chuk. For
That's good enough. I think that's good enough. I think that's what Chairman Cullen wanted to hear. Okay?
Speaker.
Yes, Chairman Ursumal.
Yeah, thank you very much,
look worried.
Huh?
You look worried.
No, I'm not worried. I'm always not worried. But only thing I worried about is if we do not have all the information relating to the grant here, there is tomorrow and the day after tomorrow and tomorrow after tomorrow.
Make your motion.
I so move to defer this resolution to
We're still in recess.
resolution number 21-118 to tomorrow's resolution calendar.
We're in recess.
Okay, now I'll wait to make the motion when we're not in recess.
And this is for Truk and Pohnpei. Why are you concerned about it?
It's for Chuk and Pohnpei, it's for FSM.
Yeah, same as
And
that
I want
one.
to know what it's gonna use for. I don't want most of these to go to consultants.
So if most of it goes to consultants, you're going to oppose it?
Yes, if they are consultants from outside, we're paying them 1 million each.
Oh, well, that's your
Mr.
prerogative
Speaker,
as a member.
we cannot change the usage of the fund at this stage. So
Yes.
why don't we approve it and we get the breakdown and give it to His Highness?
Now you're talking, Chairman Net. I really
Now we're
appreciate
like
that.
putting the carts before the horse. How can we approve something we have some question because we?
So I'll take it you oppose this for Truk and Pohnpei, huh?
No,
Let's go back.
like I said, if
Now
for
see,
Chuk
you
and
don't-
Pohnpei, it's for FSM. If it's for Yap and Kusai, still the same place, FSM.
Okay, so what say you, members?
I go with my
I'm going to
brother.
Congress back in session. We're still discussing CR 21-118. Any, okay, questions been called for?
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Senator Palik?
yeah, for the record, I am troubled with the statement made a while ago that we cannot change the purpose at this time. It seems we failed to do our part to make sure that these projects yield, economic return. And I think we need to do a better job in the initial consultation. Some of the projects I see, it's decided already. The states have no input in it. And once it's approved, some of these costs that are included are really not priority as far as Kusai State is concerned. So I want to state for the record that I'm concerned that we're not putting time to do our homework before these funds are secured. Secondly, I see and I support development for the nation, but listening to these projects today, sure, the road project for Pohnpei is needed, but Koshai also need road projects. The energy grant is another example of projects where we really should be reconciling, because recently we approved the ADB grant for energy. And I think there's a need to really look at all these projects, make sure that they achieve the purpose for which they are intended. There needs to be a closer coordination. For me, I don't even know some of these projects when they're intended for Koshra and there's no initial consultation. So I just want to state for the record, we do need in Koshra road improvement. Out of the 10 million, I would
Speaker.
kindly ask Senator Christian
Speaker.
that 10 million, we could use 2 million out of it to improve our road. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Parik. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Vice Speaker, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to register a concern I have over the EDF funding, and it relates to the track record of our implementation of the funds made available to the FSM under this program. In the past EDF funding cycles, we have not been able to expend a lot of the funds that were made available. And the funds, I understand that we have concerns over other projects, roads, but this funding is earmarked for mainly renewable energies and efficiencies. However, our track record, when we have already an energy policy already passed by Congress that is sitting within the Department of Resources and Development at the executive branch, it's kind of confusing on how we're implementing, because I believe the ODA, wherever it's at right now, whether it's with the President's office or within the Department of Finance, is the one trying to expend these funds. but the Division of Energy lies within the Department of Resources and Development. And in the past, our track record in expending and implementing these projects, which are based out of our energy plan that we have within the Department of Resources and Development, hasn't been aligned enough for us to actually realize the full potential of the funds being allocated to the FSM from the European Union. So that's the concern I wanted to register, is our track record in implementing these funds so that it may result in beneficial projects to the FSM, whether it be Yap, Chuk, Pohnpei, or Koshai. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Vice Speaker Moses, for that. I will task our Committee on R&D to have oversight hearings with the appropriate offices to make sure we find out more about the lack of implementation or delayed implementations of the previous, including future ones that may come up. Okay. And if there was a motion which was seconded to stop debate, if there is no further objection, debate is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of resolution number 21-118, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-118 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
There are none, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker. Speaker.
Chairman Cullen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Move to withdraw and place CR number 21-100 on the order of business for today for action.
So 100.
Yes.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution number 100 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor of that motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. That's resolution number 21-100 is now withdrawn from committee and placed.
Speaker, I want to follow suit on withdrawal and place.
Place on the resolution calendar for action. Okay. Chairman Perman.
Yes, Speaker. I believe we also have CR 21-117. We'd like to withdraw and place on our resolution calendar for today. So move.
It's been
We
moved and
already
seconded
adopted
that
117. Oh, 117.
resolution number 21-117 be withdrawn from
please.
or be placed on the resolution calendar for action. Those in favor of that motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-117 is placed on the resolution calendar for action.
Mr.
Okay,
Speaker.
First
Mr.
resolution,
Speaker.
Chief Clerk. Yes, Senator Christian?
Mr. Speaker, true. But that's sa mga resolution.
Oh, yes, you can eat resolutions too. Yeah, that's
Short recess, please.
short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress back in session. First resolution, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, we have we have functional resolution number 21-100 for adoption. CR number 21-100. This is a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $4,248,000 from the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, to provide funding for the Yap International Airport project, including all the terms and conditions.
Chairman Ursimot. Okay, Chairman Cullen.
Move for adoption of said resolution.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-100. Discussion.
Speaker,
We don't know the
Question.
terms and conditions.
Speaker,
Yes, Floor Leader Harbor.
I'm asked by my brother here to defer this resolution so that he would find out the specific breakdown on it.
Well, yeah, short recess subject to.
Yeah,
Session, we're still discussing Resolution 21-100. Any further discussion? If none,
Question.
there's no objection. Debate is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of Resolution 21-100 say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution 21-100 is adopted by Congress. Next, resolution.
Mr. Speaker, we have Constitutional Resolution number 21-117 for adoption. CR number 21-117. It's a resolution to amend certain terms of the President's Public Health Emergency Declaration dated January 31st, 2020.
So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess subject to call of the chair. Congress back in session. We're still discussing 21-117.
Yes, Speaker.
Yes, Chairman Permit.
Motion to defer action to tomorrow's session 21-117.
It's been moved and seconded that CR number 21-117 be deferred to tomorrow's session. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-117 is deferred to tomorrow's session.
Speaker,
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
Yes,
I'll yield the floor
Chairman,
to, I'll yield the floor to Senator Christian.
okay, Senator Christian.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we go to lunch and come back tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Those in favor of that motion say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning.